What's going on, guys? We're talking marketing in the modern day. What people are doing right, what people are doing wrong, and how you can apply these principles to your business to succeed. I made a post about this on my Instagram channel, so if you want to go over there and follow me or check out some of the other content I've been putting out, you can follow me at evanshankmarketing, and let's get into it. So point number one, be authentic. So that's a big thing that I see a lot of companies really struggling with because they feel like they need to put on some sort of specific persona and professional outfit to be able to be worthy of the business of their customers. And a lot of times, unless that's who you're trying to be or who you actually are, rather, that's not the way that you want to go. You want to focus on just what is your identity, or more so your brand's identity. So if you're a freelancer or just kind of like a solo entrepreneur and the brand is you, then you obviously want to represent yourself, your personality, your feeling, your vibe as you talk about your products and services and how you market that to people. If you work for a company, whether small or large, and you're in charge of the marketing or you represent the brand out in the public, you want to make sure that you adopt the identity of that brand. And the easiest way to do that is really just to make sure that you are super in sync with the values and the identity of the brand that you're representing. It can be different for everybody, but what you really want to focus on here is just the word authenticity, being authentic with the things that the brand stands for. What are they for? Why are they existing? To fight something, to shed new light on something, to share a new path or a new solution to a problem that people have. So looking at what are you standing up for? What is your brand standing up for? What is your brand against? What do they not support? And make sure that you wear that boldly and proudly. Being authentic with that is really important. Number two, give freely. Okay, so people understand what your brand is and your vibe based on you and the other people that are attached to your company. So what you want to be able to do past that is give things away for free. It's really important because there's a lot of chaos in the space of pretty much everywhere, but in marketing you see so many commercials and ads, and we've gotten really good as consumers of blocking out the things that don't seem to make sense to us and that we don't think matters to us. And so if it's my first interaction with your company and I don't really know much about how you can help me or even if I should care about what you do, if you have something to offer me, whether it's advice, a product, or even like video content or any type of content really, if you can give away that kind of stuff for free, at least initially, until I get bought in to what you stand for and what you have for me that you'll charge me for, that's going to be really important to us building that relationship if I'm going to be a future customer of yours. So focus on what can you give away for free. We see that a lot with content, and content marketing is a whole section of marketing that we can dive into in other videos. Number three, share value. So kind of right off of that giving freely thing, we want to talk about value. So what value means is just something that is of value or valuable. And
I know you're not supposed to use the word in the definition of the word. I get it.
what I really mean is, who are you trying to do business with? Once again, we keep talking about your audience. Who are you there to serve? Somebody that is flipping burgers and making like the world's best cheeseburger. They're not trying to speak to an audience that's vegan, not necessarily unless they've got a special vegan burger, so they don't need to worry about entertaining the vegans of the world. They need to focus on the people that love ooey, gooey, melty, hot, steamy cheeseburgers. So what would be valuable to them? Probably some really good pictures of those ooey gooey cheeseburgers and how to make a cheeseburger at home. Maybe some tips on that would be valuable to them, or even better yet, how to preserve the leftovers so that when they come and buy your massive 2-pound cheeseburger or whatever it is, that if they eat half of it there when they take it home, what's the best way to store it and keep it? And how can they bring it to life again the next day when they're craving it again? Give value. Think about your audience. What do they care about? Make sure that as you're giving freely and even starting to charge for some things, that it's something of value. Number 5, connect often. Basically, don't be radio silent. Be out there in the world, standing up and representing your brand. All of these tie back into each other. So that's why I think it's so important. We want to make sure that we're out in a space where we can continue to build relationships. Where are they spending time? Are they, are they on TikTok? Are they on Facebook? Are they on LinkedIn? Do they not even do social media? Do you need to be putting out print ads? If you're a retirement home, you're not going to focus on trying to connect with elderly that could be a resident of yours on TikTok. It's just not gonna work, and if it does, you're gonna have some really freaking trendy TikTok bearing old people in your place, and that would be cool, but I don't know if that's a viable business model. So something to think about. Connect often, and think about, even more so, the pro tip off of this is, where are your people spending time? And make sure that you're in those circles, whether it's physically or on the internet. Lastly, number 6, be bold. Don't get this mistaken with being something that you're not. If you're kind of an introverted type of person and you're not super bubbly and over the top or whatever, obviously, back to point number 1, being authentic. You want to really think about how this could work specifically for you, but you want to be very bold about what you stand up for. Once again, representing that brand. Once again, making sure that you're intentional about connecting with your target audience. This all draws back to that same thing over and over and over again. Really, what we're looking at is just not being shy, not sitting in the corner. If it's time to sell, sell it. A lot of people, you even see this in email marketing, where it gets time in their sales campaign or their sales funnel to actually be like, okay, time's ticking. The product goes away tonight at midnight. Click here, buy now. And you see people, when it's time to do that, where they just are like,
Okay, well, I mean, if you really like what we've been doing and you think that all this stuff is good, then if you'd like to maybe click this button and then...
come on, it's time to sell. If you've been offering value, if you've been giving freely, if you've been yourself and connecting and doing all the things we've talked about already, then people understand who you are. They understand you're a business and that you're trying to continue business the next day. It requires customers. We get it. We understand. So be bold to the consumers out there. And sometimes that just means saying something that might catch somebody off guard in a way that just gets them to stop, because it's a busy, hectic world. Like we said, there's a lot of pop-ups and ads, and the Facebook feeds and all the feeds are just littered with so much stuff that it's hard to stop the scrolling if you're already into that zone. So be bold. Try to stand out, but make sure you do it in a way that accurately represents you and your brand and the things that you stand for in the world. So the key here is focusing on principles, not getting caught up in the nitty-gritty details of how many dollars should I put on this ad campaign, and what's the best time to post on Instagram, and all of the different things that we always get caught up in. I'm a huge proponent of focusing on the foundations of things, because once you understand those things, it will help you so much once you get into the details of your marketing strategy and what you're trying to do and what probably won't work for you, so that you can stay away from it. Marketing is all about psychology and understanding how to effectively communicate with the people of this world. You can be successful as a freelancer, as a small entrepreneur, a big entrepreneur, or just a business that has a lot of people or a little people in it. All of this stuff works. Let's look at the foundations and let's keep on growing together. Make sure to like this video, comment if you have other questions or something I left out. Follow me over on Instagram as well, at evanshank75. And I'm putting up a website here pretty soon, evanshank.com. So if you want to check that out, there's an email that you can drop there for newsletter and other updates and things like that. We're at the beginning of a lot of content coming on this channel. So thank you guys for staying tuned. All right, until next time, you guys get out there and be bold, give freely, communicate to the world.